So they believe that homosexuals are all 1.1.
They still believe that.
There's some that do. I never believed that. I interpreted it differently. But it was something where I had to do some mental gymnastics in order to make work.
Well, that's what Hubbard wrote, though, that they were 1.1.
Well, it's debatable. Well, I know that he said something like he said, "You're homosexuals," when he's saying the 1.1. So I don't know if it's all homosexuals or what.
And yet the church says that they've changed
homosexuality. The church said they changed that?
The church has said that they no longer, think negatively about homosexuals.
Well, I've never heard the word faggot more than when I hang around people at Gold, to the point where I said, I don't like it. My brother's gay, and he sure ain't 1-1. I got great friends of mine that are gay. You're telling me Leonardo da Vinci is 1-1? I don't think so. If he's covertly hostile, I mean, he's got so much that he did that was good that, as much hostility as he may have exuded, I think he made up for it. You see?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't buy it. I never bought it. And again, in my universe when I was in it, I just thought, because you part of the thing when you're in it, LRH is this super duper guy, so you make him into your own super duper guy, I suppose, probably.
You're looking at the current management, David Miscavige, COB, and you're thinking, well, is he in it for the money? What's your view of L. Ron Hubbard now?
Well, I don't have all the data. I read some of the books that are out that are critical, Barefaced Messiah and Madman or Magician or whatever it was.
Madman or Messiah.
Right, that one, mate, and
Piece of Blue Sky.
Piece of Blue Sky, and then there's stories. I think that so I don't know if all that's true, but it's consistent. One of the ways for me that I can detect whether something is true or false is for inconsistencies. You say the guy, wore blue shoes, and here's a picture of him in red shoes. So I never saw anything inconsistent. But I didn't see it with my own eyes. But there's the person seemed reliable. But again, here I am, I'm just pulling out of this thing, and I thought LRH was reliable. And I don't. I don't think so now. I mean, I look, and the whole death and the death certificate and all this stuff, it's hard to argue with. It seemed like he was, and his kids, like my wife is. My wife is an interesting person to talk to as well, because she's class 5 OT5, or class 4 OT5, and but she's like one of those people. She could probably do heroin for a year and then just say, oh, you know what, it's making me too skinny, and just put it down. You know what I mean? She's not a person, and she was, everybody loved her. A lot of, she was Jason Beghe's wife to some degree over there, but she's a remarkable person in her own right. And one of the ways is that she just doesn't. She's one of those people you just can't brainwash. So when she got out, it was kind of like, that's it. She just, she didn't even talk. I mean, it was like, I said, honey, I'm thinking about doing this. I think she was like, okay, fine, whatever. Flip the burger. And because I think they're, because she had said, she had always pointed out things that were inconsistent also. And, well, all these fucking OTs that aren't OT. Like, that's a fucking OT?
And what's an OT supposed to be?
Somebody who's at least able. Somebody who can, walk and chew gum. I mean, there's people that are OT that are some of the most incompetent, stupid people I mean, when I say, that sounds, my definition of stupid is not, you know, necessarily, it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with data or education. It has to do with being able to say, I mean, I'm talking about people put their hand on the stove and go, hey, 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 my hand's hot. My hand is hot. You know, I'm talking about that kind of stupid. I mean, and like, unreal, unreal. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So that, you know, there's some real dopes that have, you know, but they have money and they're successful and they feel good about themselves because they're on 7. Well, I'm on 7 now. It's fucking great. I gotta tell you, you gotta get on 7. Yeah. It's that kind of thing. And it gives them a thing. And you look at them and it's, and you know, and Scientologists know, and I've talked to like Big Tur. I said, what the fuck? We've talked, what is that? You know, what is that? You know, because these people, you know, I might have had an issue with them and they'll write me up and they'll bring me to ethics. I got to handle this thing. And it'll be in the thing they wrote up. I'd say, what do you want me to say? It's true, I guess. And they go, well, you know, I'm not going to say the name. You know, well, you know who he is. And I go, yeah, okay. We just had to bring it in because it's written up. You want to, you know, write anything? I don't give a fuck. Put it in the folder. You know? So, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was some of the stuff that she would just like, you know, really go nutty on. And even me, here I was. I told you, the further I went up the fucking bridge, the more Casey I became. You know, I met this girl and I was, you know, and she could see the more I do this shit, you know, whatever. It wasn't handling dick.